That's impossible.
The ocean keeps its secrets, but some memories refuse to drown. For over a century, the wreck of the Titanic has slept beneath miles of freezing darkness. But tonight, something stirs in the depths, a faint light where there should be none. The sea remembers every heartbeat, every tear, every promise whispered on that doomed night in 1912. And now, it's ready to speak. Dark waves crash under a stormy sky. The sound of thunder fades into the deep, where shadows stretch across the ocean floor. The Titanic lies there, silent, covered in rust and coral, like a ghost frozen in time. But as a new year dawns, 2025, a beam of light pierces the darkness. A modern submersible glides over the wreck, cameras flashing, robotic arms reaching. Inside, a small team of explorers watches their monitors, hearts pounding. They are not here for treasure or fame, they're here for answers. One of them spots something unusual wedged between broken steel beams. A small, sealed case, untouched by time. The lead diver wipes the glass. A name carved faintly into the metal, Jack Dawson. The crew falls silent. The ocean hums as if it recognizes the name. Back on the surface, as they open the case, a piece of history breathes again. An old, leather-bound journal, perfectly preserved. The pages inside tell a story that didn't end in 1912, but one that's about to begin again. The journal spreads open on the research table, its ink still dark, its words trembling with a voice from another time. If anyone finds this, it begins, know that the sea is not silent. The scientists exchange uneasy looks. Every page speaks of visions Jack saw during the sinking, lights beneath the water, whispers in the dark, and a promise that the ocean would one day return what it took. Days later, as the team scans the wreckage again, their instruments start picking up strange pulses, faint heart-like rhythms coming from deep within the ship's remains. At first, they believe it's a malfunction, but then the signal changes, matching the rhythm of a human heartbeat. The submersible's lights flicker. A shape emerges from the shadows, a body, perfectly preserved in a block of ice, eyes closed as if only sleeping. The name tag on the vest reads J. Dawson. The ocean currents grow restless, waves thrashing above. It's as if the sea itself is warning them. But it's too late. The discovery has already been made. And now, something long buried is waking. In a silent, high-tech lab surrounded by walls of glass, the frozen figure of Jack Dawson lies beneath bright, sterile lights. Scientists whisper as machines hum softly, scanning the body that should have been lost forever. The world watches in disbelief as news spreads. A man pulled from the Titanic, perfectly preserved for more than a century. They call it the miracle of the deep. But miracles often come with a price. When the ice finally melts, Jack's eyes open. A rush of air escapes his lungs, as though the ocean itself exhales through him. He gasps, confused, shivering, surrounded by faces he doesn't recognize, in a time that feels unreal. Memories flood his mind, the laughter on the deck, Rose's face in the rain, her hand slipping away. He stumbles to the glass, his reflection trembling beside his own ghost. "Where am I?" he whispers. Scientists record every heartbeat, but none can measure the pain behind his eyes. For Jack Dawson, the world has moved on. Yet the past still holds him tight, and somewhere in his heart, the ocean is still calling him home. The waves roar louder than before, as if the ocean itself senses his return. Jack stands at the edge of a research vessel, the cold wind tearing through him like the memory of that final night. Beneath him, the Titanic rests, broken, silent, but alive in a way no one can explain. Since his awakening, strange things have begun to happen. Tides rising without warning, shipwrecks surfacing from nowhere, and whispers echoing through sonar feeds. It's as if the ocean remembers him and demands something back. Jack closes his eyes and sees her, Rose, not as she was, but as she lives on through her granddaughter, watching him with the same eyes. "You were never meant to stay," she says in a trembling voice. The storm builds, waves crashing like thunder. Jack steps closer to the railing, clutching the journal that started it all. "The sea gave me another chance," he murmurs, "and now it's time to give it back." With a final breath, he drops the journal into the depths. The water calms, the ocean exhales, and as lightning fades, a single rose drifts on the waves. Proof that some love stories never die, they just wait to be remembered.